Chapter 71, Hailwolf is gathered. Opus Nost has his comet front, the same one created by Zami, and is piloting both himself and Diane, who has manipulated his weight to be far lighter. They arrive at Hailwolf's world, and Opus Nost is amazed by the world, full of greenery, snow, lakes and the northern lights which are full of animal spirits. Despite getting distracted, Opus Nost does land around a spare spot of rock, concerning the Numians including Hailwolf. But as they get out, Hailwolf does recognize Diane thanks to the city battle and is pleased to see him. Opus Nost is introduced to Hailwolf thanks to Diane. Both Opus Nost and Hailwolf have now met for the first time. Hailwolf wonders why they are here, and Diane and Opus Nost are requesting her help to take down Xyanthor once and for all. Hailwolf becomes hesitant to leave because someone needs to protect her race, but her race encourages her to go, but even then, she still isn't keen. Diane explains to her everyone is in danger anyway. Once Xyanthor has all the elements, no one is safe, so Hailwolf decides to go. Diane even explains that this elemental wave which Xyanthor's father did once would form or diminish anything no matter how much protection is in front of them. This gets Hailwolf more into the idea of joining the team, and the Numians even start to get nervous, but they believe in Hailwolf, considering she has done well so far. But Hailwolf, like before, is already getting homesick after settling for so long, feeling like a powerful figure which would be far less than what Xyanthor has. As this happens, however, Opus Nost starts to get a tad off with Hailwolf because Opus Nost then recognizes Hailwolf as a former Ozona ally. To this, Diane tries to explain by stating that Hailwolf was never really on Ozona's side, with Hailwolf backing herself up too. Even then Opus Nost is still unsure, still looking back on how much freedom was lost because of Ozona. Finally, Diane wondered about them during the events caused by Torrid and Mechajor, and Hailwolf has always tried to protect her race from both. Understanding that the foes the Legion are facing are this powerful, Opus Nost has continued to avoid fights, flying away when danger first occurs whenever planet is on, dodging cubes or water along the way. Before they leave the planet, Diane has already made his collaptors to help them contact all the Legion members. Now Opus Nost and Hailwolf are armed with one, and will be provided to whoever they ally with two, not to mention Fretcher has one too. Meanwhile, Opus Nost and Hailwold are chatting with one another while Diane scans around the universe to try and find Pod. Eventually, Diane finds reports of a badly beaten up Pod within Garup, so Diane gets Opus Nost to zoom into the planet with lightspeed mode, and after a quick boost of light speed, they quickly enter the planet, jump out of the ship and pick up Pod. Diane thankfully has his next destination where he is going to get the next set of alliances. The Titanran world and Pod need healing, right now. And so, a couple of hours later, Pod wakes up in a cave full of healing beds, some of which have Titanrans on. Pod gets puzzled at first but has a rough idea of where he is at. Pod then has a good look around, and he eventually finds his exit out of the cave. This is where he sees Vondior and Carpo chatting with Diane, Opus Nost, and Hailwolf, beings to whom he has never been properly introduced. While this conversation is happening, both Carpo and Vondior try to not only practice his vegetation manipulation, but he tries to perform the most complicated trick in the Titanran's book, healing vines. So far, only Carpo knows the healing vine well. Vondior has practiced loads just in case, despite being more of a fist fighter, practicing just in case. The rest are too practicing, but they have only done so recently after Carpo and Vondior got their teeth into such a tricky skill. After a quick conversation about alliances and even giving Livinga more of a defense, everyone is glad to see Pod. Even Hailwolf gives Pod a massive hug. Pod does get worried about seeing Carpo and Vondior, but Carpo turns out to be welcoming while Vondior is slightly skeptical of Pod. This is what Pod is aware of but doesn't want to add to the conflict that is already around. Xyanthor is the problem, not Vondior. And so with Pod up and ready, the defenses start to get formed, all sorts of sentinel plants to which the Titanrans can control. With some Titanrans okay with the idea of leaving their world to benefit the likes of the other Legion team, even Diane updates them all on what Xamis team is up to. But Diane also senses that Earth is about to be in danger. Xyanthor and Vata are starting to enter a public area. Some of the public recorded Xyanthor and Vata as unknown UFOs but walking instead of flying. And so, Diane decides to fly to the Earth, and those offering Titanrans decide to come, including Carpo, with Vonjur wanting to stay on the planet. Pod and the others thought to come, but considering the allies that are still around, they decide to stay on the same planet with Livinga just in case it's a trap. Pod also thought it was worth mentioning that the amulet cannot only be temporarily stunned if hitting it hard enough, but that Xyanthor already had Ozona's power.